everybody, Rod here, and I'm bringing you today a special type of video. We're doing a sneaker review, but it's not just of any old type of sneaker. No, absolutely not. The review today is over the Super Mario 64 PUMA RS-DREAMERS. So yes, anybody that knows me knows I like to look good, obviously, commentary, stage hosting, emceeing, whatever it is that I'm doing, but not just from the top of my body. That extends all the way to my feet as well. Yes, as you know, I love sneakers. I love video games. When you bring two of those ideologies together, I'm locked and loaded, okay? So with this in mind, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So PUMA reached out to me and they let me know that they were thinking about me. That makes me feel really good. And they wanted to show their love and support and appreciation by sending me a pair of these. So as you see here, as I lift it up, let's take a look at the box. Okay, so as you see the box, it shows pretty much Mario all throughout the years. As you know, Mario's kind of getting up there in age as well, so this is his journey on where he got to be. So as you can see, I have Super Mario Odyssey up here in the corner. I got some 64 right here. Of course, I got some, it's like 3D World if I'm not mistaken. I got Galaxy, yes, Galaxy, some more 64, yes, so pretty much, oh, I think it's Mario Maker 1 or 2 right there down in the left corner. So yes, and I think they even kind of updated Mario's render here just ever so slightly, which is good. Of course, he's kind of getting up there in years, so it doesn't hurt to update the render, put a little makeup on him, hide the wrinkles. But yes, all jokes aside, this is a really sweet box. I love this a lot. And then the top, this newspaper portion of the box extends all the way down here. As you can see, more Mario greatness there in all his glory throughout the years. Well, I feel really ancient just looking at some of these Mario photos here. Wow. So let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the box. Yes, because the box is actually special. Usually when I do a sneaker review, I'm not so keen on the box. When it comes to PUMA, when it comes to video games, nobody does it quite like them, so the box is going to be very special. So as you can see here, we got the red here for the overalls, of course. That's a very trademark, very signature color when we think of Mario. We got a little bit of yellow here, a yellow accent. That could represent the coins, or if not the coins, the buttons on his overalls, or it's just kind of Nintendo red, blue, yellow, green. As we know, that's kind of their colors. So got the PUMA logo down here, matches the yellow, and then of course we got Super Mario, red, blue, yellow, and green there in all of its glory. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the box here just a little bit. So of course, not really too much going on this sticker here. Of course, that's just factory stuff. Okay, nobody really loses any sleep about that. But what I really want to talk about here is this official licensed Nintendo product logo. This is awesome. So of course, there are a lot of Nintendo collectors out there. I'm here to let you know that if your product does not have this on it, throw it away. Okay, just throw it away. The very nature of this being on the box lets you know how important this collaboration was, not only just PUMA but Nintendo. So again, big shout out to them. It's the little things I kind of lose my cool over. And as you can see, I'm really big into tech, and I'm very big into small, minute details that the average person, the average collector, the average enthusiast, whatever you want to call yourself, may look past. No, not me. And then of course the white PUMA logo. So another thing I want to talk about is the actual physicalities of this box. The box is very durable. It's very sturdy. You can tell that when they did this collaboration, that of course the box aesthetically looks good, but in order for you to maintain it, the looks and everything, because collectors collect sneakers for years on end, and of course just the natural wear and tear of life, they eat away at things. But this box here, very durable. Dexterity is absolutely crazy. So you can tell that they want this box to certainly withstand the test of time, just like how Mario does, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and open up the box. Okay, that's what we're all here for, right? Let's open up the box here. But I don't want to get into the shoes just yet, though. No, absolutely not. So yes, the shoes are certainly here, but I actually want to get into the paper. Yes, I know, the paper. You're like, what? The paper, Rod? What are you doing? Okay, nobody comes to see the paper. Look, Rod comes to see the paper. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just gonna. Here we go. So both sneakers were wrapped up in this wonderful print here. And as you can see, it's kind of like this newspaper article of all of everything that Mario has ever done in his gaming history is showcased here. Got Super Mario Advanced IC. It's kind of hard for me to point out which one's which and hold this up at the same time, but you know there's some Super Mario Advanced there. There's some 3D World, some 3D Land. There is Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Super Mario Maker. Of course, there's Odyssey, and of course, Super Mario 64. A little bit of Sunshine in there as well, too. I'm a very big Super Mario 64 fan, and I'm also a very, very huge Super Mario Sunshine fan as well. Okay, as a person who likes to clean up messes, Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine speak wonderful things to me. As you know, the whole goal of Super Mario Sunshine is to clean up the mess that Baby Bowser is making. Poor Baby Bowser, he just wants to be loved. And he is. Okay, so without further ado, let's actually jump into the sneakers. Okay, are we ready? So I'm gonna unlace these a little bit. I'm gonna hold these up. Here we go. These are the sneakers, and yes, it's a lot of shoe. Okay, I wear a size 14. There was something in the water here when I was during my impressionable years as a small child. Must have drank it right at the right time, and everything got on me. Grew very, very long. I grew very tall, so I have big feet. It is what it is, though. But anyway, yes, size 14 right here, and I feel like, you know, the bigger the shoe, the easier it is to kind of spot those details. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the left foot. So the left foot here, of course. Now, if you looked at the shoe at first glance, like let's say you took all the Mario decals, all that type of greatness off, anybody with a keen eye of video game culture, not even video game culture, because everybody grew up with Mario. Even my mom, she knows Mario. She can play some Mario games, okay? She says she doesn't like any other types of video games, but Mario, that's her main man. So look, the colorway, the color blocking, the color scheme is so strong on these that even if you took off the Mario right here on the tongue, this lockdown tongue here that gets really snug to your foot, and you pull it up and it locks yourself in place. If you, the eyelet here, you know, that represents the goal. Like if you took all that off, the star on the back, ooh, that's really cool. You would know that Mario had to been in mind when this shoe was designed. Okay, that's inevitable. So here we are. Of course, we got the mesh red upper. Mesh is really great on athletic sneakers. Does the feet really, really just great things. I mean, of course, gives you a comfortable fit, very aerodynamic, of course, allows your feet to breathe. As somebody with wide feet like myself, I certainly need that when I'm on and off the court, just in my normal day-to-day as well. You know, just walking, you know, long periods of time, you know, you start to notice it in the wrong pairs of shoes, the mistakes you made by wearing all leather shoes, you know, just things as such. But these, you know, these will certainly help you out aesthetically as well. I think this shoe is all purpose. You can wear these on the court, on the track field, course, church, funeral, whatever, you know, work, wherever, however and whenever you want to rock these. These certainly work for the occasion, and they're show stoppers as well too. You can't really do an all red shoe with blue on the sole without, you know, just turning heads and breaking necks. But of course, we have the mesh red upper. Then we have the blue suede right here. Of course, this is, you know, the other part of Mario's overalls, the upper underneath, and it's the blue suede on the end foot as well. I'm really, really big on suede. Suede, I really feel like can make or break a shoe, and Puma certainly did this one very well. As somebody who lives in the Midwest, I get the rainy seasons a lot, you know, and then of course, as we're getting, you know, closer and closer to the colder months, snow is certainly right around the corner, and snow and salt does a really good job at eating away at suede. So Puma, they always put the highest, the premium textured suede on their sneakers, and you never really notice the salt, you know, and the snow, because, you know, the suede is just so tough. I would probably even almost go as far to say that they might even like waterproof, you know, the material before they actually decide to use it on their sneakers. Never had to waterproof a pair of Pumas before. I've had to waterproof other shoes, business shoes, shoes I'm wearing to interviews, you know, stuff like that, but I've never had to waterproof a pair of Pumas. Maybe that's not by mistake, who knows. As I move down here, so when I originally seen these on the internet, I thought that the blue here was for the overalls and then that extended all the way down here. No. So the blue here is for his suede. You know, that's the overall blue, you know. But when we move down here, this, I believe, is the sky that Mario is flying in. So as you see here, it kind of matches the blue, the suede. These kind of match. But as we kind of move out, it gets really, really light. And I wish I had a better camera because you'd be able to see how light blue it gets here before it fades out into white. And then of course, boom, there's your star. So canonically, this actually makes sense because most stars are in the sky. Mario's thing is jumping. So when Mario jumps, he has to hit the star and do what he does best. Win, save the day, save Princess Peach, and of course put Bowser back in his place. Bowser sometimes kind of tripping, okay? And then of course the white fades all the way back into the inside of the foot where the blue starts over. So very, very clean, very, very symmetrical. I mean, it really, I mean, this shoe kind of just makes sense. There's a lot of history in this shoe. Of course, the technology of the shoe as well is something that I really freak out about, because, you know, I feel like health, the way your body feels physically, starts at your feet. If your feet hurt, your whole body hurts. Okay, we all know that. And as somebody who's worked at a footwear store for, you know, 5 years of his life, 6 years or so, you learn a lot about how the feet work. And so what I want to talk about actually is this really big crash pad. I like to call this the crash pad back here. So if you've ever seen people walk around outside with no shoes on, you'll notice that a lot of people, you usually see it in small children as well, but they'll walk front of the foot first. And they do this just naturally because they don't want to tear up the inner part of their foot, the arch, and then of course the heel. But of course when you wear shoes, you know, naturally you walk heel first. So you know, when you're running track or you're playing basketball, the minute you start sprinting, that first step really means a lot. How you take off, of course, on the front part of your foot, and then of course that initial step that lunges you forward. And this is the crash pad. So what this does is this really gives you like that impact of when you're coming down, and of course it helps you take off in a direction. And this is like a really tough, but not too tough foam, but also not too soft at the same time. You know, they kind of got the temperature just right on these. And I think that that's amazing because, again, like I said before, this shoe is very multi-purpose. You can style with this shoe if you want. Of course, no matter where you wear this shoe, no matter how you wear it, you're going to turn heads, you're going to break necks. But if you were also looking for a comfortable fit as well, you know, if you work in a school, or, you know, if it's business casual day at the office, this would be a shoe right here to get the people talking. Obviously, like myself. I'm going to move over to another part of the shoe here. Move the paper around. So I want to actually talk about the insole. So you see there on the insole, we have the green on the left foot, Super Mario 64. Pretty tried and true and to the point. I love that a lot. You know, I mean, again, that's just a wave of nostalgia right there. I got to be honest. All those years ago playing these games, I never would have thought that sneakers and video games would come together like this. Now, I've seen sneakers and video games come together before, but not quite like this. You know, they're usually like some strap-up shoes for children, some light-up shoes. You know, there was never really anything for people with big feet like myself, you know, especially men's sizes. Maybe big kid sizes, but not men's, you know, and I've worn a 13, 14 since like the 6th grade. So, yeah, you know, I missed out on a lot of cool ones like these. But as you can see, they have it right there, boom, on the insole. And then, of course, you have the Super Mario on the tongue. And this is really cool because, see, when you lace the shoe up all the way, the tongue still sticks out. So what this does is this gives you a lockdown sock fit because the tongue is actually connected around the arch of the foot. So your foot doesn't slide around in place athletically. Of course, if you want to use these shoes for athletic purposes, you know, this is the part of the video for you. And then, of course, when you pull this up, you know, use this pull tab right here to get the tongue in place over your arch. I have really high arches, so of course, the more cushioned the tongue, the better. So again, big shout out to PUMA for that. And, you know, you can stunt and style because you have the Super Mario right here. Boom. You know, you wear these on the court, track and field, wherever you decide to wear these athletically. People are going to have a hard time playing against you because they're like, yo, I want to guard this guy on the court, but I just can't stop looking at his damn shoes. His shoes are just so cool. Okay. That's some 4th D athletic talk right there, okay? We're breaking the dimensions. Anyway, let's move over into the right shoe. So, of course, the right shoe, similar to the left shoe, okay, in all aspects. Of course, you got the sky that fades all the way in and out, around, star, you know. So, and trust me, like, they didn't put the star in there for no reason. You're gonna feel invincible wearing these. I'm not saying you want to jump on turtles and jump on mushrooms and things like that, but you know, you might want to save a day or two when you wear these, okay? Because that star certainly makes you feel invincible. But the key difference on this shoe, and this is something that I really like a lot. So, of course, we talked about the upper of the shoe. We're talking about the insole. I'll get into the actual bottom of the shoe next. But the insole, though, okay. So this is where my theories no longer were theories, and they actually became true. So remember a little bit ago I talked about, oh, I thought this was the sky, and it, you know, fades out, you know, real pretty, like as you can see there. Of course, there's the boom, back of the shoe, the white is the clouds, there's the star. I was right, because as you see, that matches the inside of the foot right there. See, I will hold that one up and then I will show you this one side by side. As you can see, there is Boom, 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 right here. As you can see, the sky fades, and then it fades really pretty as you see Mario and basking in all his glory, flying through the air, Super Mario style. That's right, very clean. And then last and certainly not least, the bottom of the shoe. So again, I'm a big tech junkie. Okay, I like to get the most out of my shoes, and this is one thing I've really grown to love PUMA for. Okay, I worked at an athletic footwear store for years. I sold all types of brands, you know, Asics, you know, just every types of, you know, running shoe brand, you know, that there was. So I know how the foot works, I know how it bends, I know how it's shaped, you know, flat feet, normal arches, high arches, you name it. You know, I could probably point you in the right direction all these years later. It's been a while since I've been in you know, the technology footwear game, but I'm pretty sure I could still help you out if you had questions. Anyway, though, I want to talk about the sole of the shoe. So this sole is nice and durable and thick. So of course I have the little yellow down here. I think the yellow represents, of course, not only just the buttons on his overall, but I think the coins as well. Yes, as you know, Mario is a man that's all about his coins. He needs those coins to survive, as we all do in the real world, okay? And coins are pretty hard to come by these days. So as you see here, very, very thick sole. So if you're playing basketball, these are really good for jab stepping for some of my basketball athletes. If you're running track and field, you get that really big initial step, and as you come down, that gives you support to step off onto the next foot properly. And I mean, just all in all, this is a very, very sleek and a very, very clean shoe. I gotta say, oh, even a little 3M, a little bit of reflective material here. I wish I could actually flash up the camera for you, but this is this looks like some 3M material. So of course, when you're running at night, people can see you as well. You know, some people love to run during the day. I'm actually a nighttime runner myself, so it makes sense. There's just something about running during the nighttime. I don't know what it is. You know, like you know, I played video games at night as a kid my whole life. You know, I played basketball at night. So, you know, of course, just being up at night, there's just something very, very calm, cool, and collecting about that. And wearing these at night, again, like you said, I would feel very, very invincible. So, yes, that is the Super Mario 64 PUMA RS-DREAMERS. I gotta say, big, big thank you to PUMA as well, too, for thinking of people like myself who are also not only just big fans of sneakers and video game culture, but also have big feet. Okay, PUMA, they make shoes in 14 and 15, and they do standard width and wide width. So all my big foot friends out there with the wide feet, if you think there's no love for you in the shoe world, think again. Okay, PUMA definitely has you covered. Big thank you to them one more time. Big shout out to Nintendo for, of course, giving me a job, you know, commentating Super Smash Brothers, and of course talking about other Mario games in their lineage. Big, big thank you one more time, and I will see you next time. That concludes my shoe review.